Hi everyone, my name is Danielle and welcome to lesson 64. Now you may have joined me in lesson 63 when we explored edges and corners on three-dimensional shapes. Let's remember together, three-dimensional shapes have faces, a flat surface of a three-dimensional shape, like here, a square face. Surfaces. Three-dimensional shapes are enclosed by surfaces which are either flat or curved. Corners are a special point on a solid shape when three or more straight edges meet. So we can see the corner here because we have 1, 2, 3 edges meeting. And an edge is formed on a three-dimensional shape when one surface meets the other. An edge may be curved or straight, and on a cube all of the edges are straight. Now you may have done the home task. I'd like to share what I did. So I was looking for three-dimensional objects in my house and I found the box that my tea is in. And it was a cube shape. And in blue, I counted the number of edges on the box, and in the black here, I counted the number of corners. So the tea box had 12 edges and 8 corners. How did you go with that? Now, our learning intention today is to use attributes to classify three-dimensional shapes. In my mystery box here, I have a variety of three-dimensional shapes. Now I'm going to put my hand in and I'm going to feel around and I'm going to describe to you what I feel. And I want you to see if you can guess what three-dimensional shape I have in my hand. Are you ready? Okay, so this shape I can feel a point. I can feel it's curved. And it has a flat face on the bottom. What could it be? What do you think? It has a point, a flat face, and a curved surface. It is a cone. I wonder if we can match to the poster. Not that one. Not that one. It's not a sphere. Here it is, a cone. It has one face, one surface, one point, and one edge. Let's put that here. Okay, let's try another. Whoa. Now this shape here, it's curved, it's very smooth, and it's round. Any ideas? Do you know what this is called? A sphere. Let's see if we can match it. It's not a pyramid. It's not a cube. A sphere. It has one surface, 0 corners, and 0 edges. Let's put that here. Okay, let's try one more. Okay. This time, I can feel corners. I can feel a rectangle on this one. I can feel many rectangles. Wonder what it is. A rectangular prism. Let's see if we can match it. It's not a hexagonal prism. It's not a pyramid. It's not a cube. Here we are. A rectangular prism. 6 faces, 8 corners, and 12 edges. Let's put that here. Well done, everybody. Now I'm just going to pack this up and get ready for the next activity. You might remember my friend Molly. Now Molly's got a bit of a problem. She was filling in for Mike at the shape shop and Molly accidentally bumped one of the shelves and all of the shapes have fallen out. Now, Molly can't remember the way that Mike had organised all the shapes onto the shelf, so she needs our help. Now, let's work together to help Molly organise the shelf so that we can classify these shapes to put them back where they belong. Now, when we talk about classifying shapes, we mean to group into categories based on attributes that are the same. Now, I've got some cards here that are going to help us classify these shapes to help Molly to see if that was the way that Mike had organised them. So the first one says, shapes that will stack. Let's put that here. Shapes that will roll. Let's put that here. And the final one is shapes that have a triangle on it. So let's put that here. Now I'm going to hold up each of the shapes and we're going to see which group we can put them in. So let's have a look at the sphere. Could we stack it? Not very well, it will roll away. Does it have a triangle on it? Does it roll? Yes, it does. So let's put it here, shapes that will roll. Now I can see another sphere here, so I'm going to put it there as well. Okay, let's try another shape. The cube. Does it roll? No. Does it have a triangle on it? No. Can it be stacked? Yes, it can be stacked. So I'm going to put this here. There's another one that looks the same, and that one. Okay, let's find another one. Have a look at this one. So, will this shape stack? No. Will it roll? Does it have a triangle on it? Yes, this face is a triangle. Let's put it here. Okay, oh, look at this shape. Does it roll? It doesn't belong here. Does it have a triangle on it? No. Will it stack? Yes, it will stack. Now I can see, no, it's just one, oh no. Here, this one is the same. Let's put that here. Okay, now that one is a stacking shape. That is a stacking shape. Oh, I'm seeing lots of stacking shapes here. Let's put all those together. That's another stacking shape. And that one is too. Am I missing? Oh, that's a stacking shape. Can you see any more? That can be stacked. No. Oh, that one has a triangle on it. Let's put that here. That can be stacked. Okay, I think that is all the stacking pile. Now, is there anything else that can roll? Well, no, this one has a triangle on it. I can see that. I'm going to move that one over here. Let's have a look at this one. Can it roll? What do you think? Yes, it can. Let's put that here. Now these all look the same, so let's group those here because they can all roll. Now all of these ones left, where do they belong? What do you think? Over here? Yes, they all have triangles on them. Let's put those there. Okay, so we've classified it this way, Molly. What do you think? Was that how they were organised? No, Molly said this wasn't right. We're going to have to classify them again. So this time, let's classify them in a different way. Let's classify all the shapes that have the same faces, corners, and edges and put them together. So even though all of these roll, I'm going to put all of these ones here because they have 2 flat faces and a curved surface. So I'm going to put all of these ones here. Now these 2 that are left over, they have 1 curved surface, so let's put them here. Now, this shape here has 6 faces and they are all square. So I'm going to put that here and group all the ones that are the same over here. Okay, now this shape here, it can be stacked, but let's classify a different way. It has the opposite ends are the same, and then there's rectangles to join the 2 faces together. So I'm going to put those here. Oh, there's one more with 6 square faces. Opposite ends the same. Okay, so they go there. Now these here, they have opposite ends the same and rectangle faces are joining them. So let's put all of those here. Okay, now what do we have left over here? Now these are all quite similar, but what I'm noticing is this one here has 2 triangular faces here and it's joined by rectangle faces here. So I think that goes here. What do you think, Molly? Is this looking a bit better? Oh, she said it's looking quite familiar. So let's try and put all of these with 2 flat faces and a curved surface here. Now these ones here, I know they roll really well, so I don't want to put them on the shelf because I think they might roll away. So there was this basket here, Molly. Do you think that's where these ones belong? Yes, Molly said, what was that? Oh, she said right next to the shelf. Okay, so they go there. Now all of these had the 2 faces opposite were the same and they were joined by rectangles. So let's put all of those here. Is this starting to look right, Molly? Oh, Molly said she's starting to feel better. That's good. Okay, so let's put all of those. We also know they can stack, so we can put them on top like that. Okay, now these shapes here, they had 6 faces and they were all squares. So let's put those here. And we know that these ones can stack too. Okay, and finally, these shapes all have triangles on them. Let's put those on the bottom shelf. Now I'm noticing that the triangles all join at the top. What do you think, Molly? Is that looking good? Ah, Molly's just said Mike had a label on each shelf to name the shape. So let's do that now. Okay, now this label says spheres. Can you point to where the spheres are? Did you say here in the basket? Well done. Let's label that. Spheres. Now the next name is cylinders. Where are the cylinders? Point to those. Up the top. Cylinders. Okay, now this one says pyramids. Where are the pyramids? Down the bottom. They had triangles on them and they all joined at the top. So let's put the pyramids there. Now with the pyramids, the shape of the base helps us with the name. So this one has a rectangle base, so it's called a rectangular based pyramid. And this one, the base is in the shape of a hexagon. So we would call this a hexagonal based pyramid. Okay, the next label is cubes. Where are the cubes? Here they are. And finally, the last one says prisms. So the prisms were here. So the two opposite ends are the same and they are joined by rectangles. So this one is a rectangular prism. So this one has triangles at opposite ends. So we would call this a triangular prism. Okay, Molly, let's check. We've got cylinders, prisms, cubes, pyramids, and spheres. Is that how Mike had his shelves organised? Molly said yes, and she said thank you for all your help. Now, your home task is to go on a shape hunt. Can you find any cylinders, prisms, cubes, pyramids, or spheres in your world? In this lesson, we classified three-dimensional shapes into groups according to their attributes. We put a name to each group as well. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I'll see you next time.